I was looking at some of the movie industry clippings the other day, and I saw this film. I haven't seen it, Trolls World Tour. It's generated $100 million from premium video on demand. And it's caused a little bit of a controversy, as I'm sure you know, with AMC. The theaters don't love that it's premium video by NBC Universal. So what's your takeaway from seeing that kind of, in just 3 weeks, $100 million for a movie on streaming, premium video? What does that tell you, and what does AMC's reaction tell you as well?
Well, it tells me that in the middle of a pandemic, everyone is looking for something new out there, especially to do with your kids. So that's number one, and bravo for Universal, NBC Universal, for getting something new out there, whether that's their business model going forward. Talk to Jeff Shell about that. In terms of AMC's reaction, they need to look at life in a pandemic. They've for the Irishman, they didn't want to make a deal with Netflix unless we were going to be in a theater for 3 months. So the issue about windowing and how long a film is going to be in a theater versus on screen is definitely an argument and a debate that we've been having in the industry for a couple of years. That will continue. But life in a pandemic, where we're all walking around, where our daily lives shifted. We were talking about morning routines. The fact that there was something new that families could enjoy together, that was terrific, and proud of my friends at Universal for getting that out there.
You mentioned a few minutes earlier about the stories that will come out of this. And if you look at your career, you are a storyteller. You're producing movies, but it's not just about a production. You're trying to tell the story, over 50 credits. So when you step back and look at this time of a pandemic, what are the stories you want to tell that you will almost feel compelled to tell with your team in the coming year or two, whether it's pandemic related or not? How has this changed you creatively as a storyteller?
Well, I could give you a serious answer right now, Bob, but I'm not. I'm going to say that, I did the movies Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers, and life with your family and your loved ones 24/7. I think we're on day 63, 64. There's so much comedy that's going to come out of this, and I think we all need a good laugh. I mean, it is the crazy things that you're doing. It's also, for me personally, I have discovered the Mr. Clean magic eraser. I walk around with that in my pocket, any scuff mark. I mean, there's just all kinds of, I've lost it here. But anyway.
No, you haven't.
I think that there's all going to be all kinds of, I'd like to see some of the comedy that's coming out. Also, the stories of the frontline workers, the stories of the nurses, the doctors, the delivery workers, those stories are going to be extraordinary, and I look forward to seeing more of those stories. 9/11 was the most photographed event in our history. You're seeing certain pictures out of this. You're not seeing enough. I think there is a side of this that we don't even comprehend yet, and those stories will come out, and obviously need to come out.
So I know it's sensitive sometimes what exactly you're working on or people you're close to are working on, but is it fair to say quarantine comedies could be a genre in 2021, 2022?
I think so. I think so. If I don't...
You have a lot of power in the industry, so you say, I think so, I'll take it.
Well, I don't know about that, but all I know is that we have to laugh, that laughing is a form of exercising. It releases endorphins, and we have to be able to laugh sometimes. When you think of this, it's so overwhelming, and the alternative is to just curl up in a little ball and cry. And I choose to try to go to work